Welcome back to the third session of the referencing and citation presentation. So, let's look at some important things you need to know when you're doing your citation within your write-up. We have looked at some reference verbs, okay, and I've given you some examples of these reference verbs, how you should use them. They are just there for examples. There is no indication that I'm giving here that says these are the only ones that you should use. You will have to use them to create some variety in your write-up so that your work doesn't look very monotonous when somebody is reading it. So you have to mix things up, make it interesting to read your work. Okay? And be very careful. Don't just do what we call name dropping, which means read carefully what the author has expressed in their own work and find a way to present it. Don't just write a statement and just drop a citation next to it. It is not appropriate. That is fraudulent, because basically what you're just trying to do is just to show us that you have a lot of citations without actually understanding what has been presented by that author. I'll give you an example. So in 2005 feels that, first of all, you should not use this word feels, okay? That so 2016. So if you just say so feels that and you put something, that does not express that you actually understand what they're saying. And then you follow that up by putting another citation, another author, so in 2006, notes that one of the factors often overlooked is so full stop. So you are not bringing context. You are not reading, presenting an argument or a proper understanding of what is in the work, because you just reported the feels that so. This notes that so. One of the factor overlooked is this. This is what we call name dropping, because you are not actually providing an in-depth understanding of what the statement is about. So 2005 argues in favor of the analysis of the factor. So what more is in their work? You cannot just state that they propose. Okay, you must bring in some context to what they are saying. So, for example, Lawal 2000 reported that so. This shows that so. This finding is supported by the work of Aroshko 2006, which concluded that, however, these works focus on so aspect of, they have not addressed the dash aspect. According to Badigesh in 2015, there is a need to consider so aspect in the assessment of as an implication for, you can see, I have 3 citations there, and they were all woven together that shows linkages and relationship across the different works of these 3 authors. So that is what presents a kind of a good read of what you have found out from other people's work. So you just don't drop names just to show that you have looked at this work. You must show a better understanding and present some context into the work and link them to other works as well. That is the best way to go about it. Okay? So, furthermore, objectivity is very, very important when you are writing. Okay? Remember, you don't use the word like believe, feel, think, try, err, like, suppose, want, listen, love, wonder. All these emotionally subjective words. We don't use that in writing up scientific literature or academic work. You must have distance and detachment. That is why at times people say academic writing is boring, which I don't believe. But one thing that may make it look boring is the objectivity and the detachment that you must show in the write-up. So remember, you are not going to be writing in a very, very subjective way, using all these kind of believe, feel, think. We don't use those kind of words. So you must use words that shows clear and definite idea being presented, not things that are very subjective. You don't use subjective or relative terms when you are writing up scientific work or doing an academic write-up. So in this brief presentation, we have looked at how do you what are the things you need to take note when you are writing, and what are the cogent issues that you must take note of in the form of distance, detachment, and objectivity when you are doing your write-up.